I apologize for being a little bit late today, guys. There were some very big storms in my city last night. Some tornadoes came through. My house is okay, but there are some houses in my city that got destroyed. Tornadoes. Tornadoes happened. Long John Fung. Yeah. Bacon. Okay. So I am here. I'm a bit tired, but I'm here. I'm always tired. And we're going to talk about idioms today. I'm going to teach you about idioms. Yes, I'm having breakfast. Oh. I'm still waking up. I did not sleep well. We have a new dog, and she's very, very sweet. But many, many, many dogs don't like thunderstorms. And last night was a pretty big one, so I had to stay up and kind of take care of her a little bit. But I'm okay. She doesn't bark. She just shivers. She's scared. I probably will take a nap later if I have time. If I have time. All right. So, we may as well get started. So we're going to talk about some idioms today. Let me see. Can I get rid of this? What happens if I just keep making it bigger? No. I want this one bigger. Let me see if there's a way to do this. Ah, there is. Good. All right. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do idioms about many things. Okay? All right, so let me share my screen and we'll get started. So we're going to start with this one is perfect for today because it's raining and it's stormy. So to rain on someone's parade. To rain on someone's parade. Don't rain on my parade. She's raining on my parade. And what does that mean? It means you're ruining someone's plans or their good mood. Right? So you're in a good mood. Something good just happened to you. And now you're talking to someone who they keep saying like, but isn't this bad? And isn't this bad? And don't you need to do more of this? And, you know, you're celebrating something. You feel good about something, but someone is saying a lot of negative or doubtful things. Then you can say, hey, don't rain on my parade. Yeah, it's killing the mood, right? Don't rain on my parade. And this one is easy to know about. Where does this come from? Well, it's literal. If you have a parade and it starts raining, it ruins the parade, right? So that's where this one comes from. Yeah, Debbie Downer. That's good too. Yeah, Zoe. You could say, don't be a Debbie Downer and rain on my parade. A Debbie Downer is someone who's always negative about things. So you could put those two together and say, don't be a Debbie Downer and rain on my parade. Okay? Maybe you took the IELTS test and you got an excellent score, but your mom or your friend or somebody is saying, well, that's a good score, but you still need to do a lot more than that to get into this school, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and maybe you can't do that, and maybe you can't do that. That's a Debbie Downer, and that's someone who's raining on your parade. Okay? All right, and the next one is to add insult to injury. And that basically means something bad happened to you, and now someone else comes along and says something bad to you, right? So, for example, if you fall down and you hurt yourself, right? You trip and fall, and now you're on the ground, and you're hurt, right? You're, oh, my leg, it really hurts. And then somebody comes along and says, wow, you look terrible today. You those clothes are ugly. That's adding insult to injury. You're already hurt, and now they're saying something bad about you. Okay, so it means that you're making a bad situation worse. Okay? And this is funny where this one comes from. So this one comes from a Latin phrase that was used by the Roman writer Phaedrus. Okay, and Phaedrus had this story about a man who was trying to hit a fly that was on his head, right? So a fly, and he keeps hitting himself. And so the idea is, what will you do yourself since you have added insult to injury? Quid facias tibi injuri qui adederis cantumelium. Yeah, quid facias tibi injuri qui adederis cantumelium. And that means, what will you do to yourself since you have added insult to injury? Right? And yeah, it's a bald man who keeps trying to hit the fly on his head, but he keeps hitting himself instead. Yeah, it's kind of a funny story. You have the same idiom in Arabic. Yeah, there are many, many, many idioms around the world that are similar. Yeah. Betty, you said add salt to injury, but it's not salt. It's insult. Insult. Insult, jishinaga. Uli. Dobe. Or uru. Yeah, something like that. Okay, to insult someone. No, not yan. No. 不是. Insult means I say something rude to you. I insult you. You're stupid. You're not smart. You're ugly. Those are insults. Those are insults. There we go, uru. Yeah. Okay. Salt is there's another idiom, Betty. I think you're thinking of a different idiom. To add salt to the wound. Ah, okay. That's the Chinese idiom, right? And we have one like that in English also that means almost the same thing. We have one that says to add salt to the wound, which salt, if you put salt on a cut, it hurts, right? It's painful, right? So that's a different one. We have two. This one is to add insult to injury, but then there's another one to add salt to the wound. Yeah, to add salt to the wound. Yeah, to rub salt in the wound. That's right. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Caught between a rock and a hard place. What does that mean? And yes, Cindy, you are correct. Adding fuel to the fire is similar to adding insult to injury. That's good. So we have three. Add fuel to the fire, add salt to the wound or rub salt in the wound, and add insult to injury. They mean almost the same thing. Okay? Caught between a rock and a hard place means that you are caught between two difficult decisions. Yeah, when you have two really difficult decisions, then you are caught between a rock and a hard place. And this one comes from the 1900s in America, mining. When you're a miner, right? And you go down into the ground and you use a pick to dig, right? To try to find coal or gold or whatever you're trying to look for, right? And that was a very dangerous job. My grandfather was a coal miner. He died of black lung disease because of breathing the coal dust all day. So workers were often trapped in dangerous cave-ins, right? So it's still one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, mining. And if the mine collapses, around you, then now you are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay? Facing a no-win situation, they're similar, Crystal. Yeah. A no-win situation, though, could have more than one possible choice. Rock in a hard place implies that there are two choices, this or that. Facing a no-win situation could be many, many choices, but any of them are bad. Okay? All right, good. I think we've done this one before, but we might as well do it again. Every cloud has a silver lining. This is an idiom that means that even in a bad situation, sometimes there's hope. Okay, even in a bad situation, sometimes there's hope. And this is actually from an old John Milton poem. In the poem, he was talking about the clouds at night. And clouds usually mean something bad, like a storm is coming. But the clouds at night, if the moon is behind the clouds at night, then the clouds have this beautiful silver look, right? So that's called a silver lining. They're clouds. Clouds are bad, but they're beautiful because of the moon. So every cloud has a silver lining. Got it? You guys are welcome to try to use these. I should have said that before. If you want to try to use these idioms in a sentence, I'll try to correct you. Okay? I apologize for eating in front of everyone. So every cloud has a silver lining means even in a bad situation, sometimes there's something good, or you're trying to find something good about a bad situation. Okay? Maybe you're dating a guy who's a really bad guy. He's not nice to you. But you don't want to be alone, so you never break up with him. But one day you decide, okay, we're done, right? And you're sad and you're depressed, but now you're free of the bad guy, right? Or now you're free to go to school, right? So he didn't want you to go to school, but you want to go to school. So now that you're broken up, that's bad. You're broken up. You're not happy because you're broken up, but now you can go to school. So every cloud has a silver lining. I lost my job, but I found a better one. So you know, every cloud has a silver lining. Yeah, good. Okay. To get a taste of your own medicine. What does that mean? To get a taste of your own medicine. It means that you are treated the way you treat others. Meaning, if you treat other people poorly and now you are treated poorly, that's getting a taste of your own medicine. Okay? There's someone in the news recently in America who has been getting a lot of his own medicine recently. If you've been following the news, then there has been a man in the news who he was trying to give everybody medicine and nobody liked it, and now they don't like him, and so now he is getting a taste of his own medicine. Consequences. Yeah. Consequences. She's desperate to have a better job, but her mom tried to encourage her and told her that every cloud has a silver lining. Yeah. Yeah. That works. Who am I talking about? His name rhymes with Tusk. So let's go to the next one. Leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned. This just means to search thoroughly. Okay? Search thoroughly. So this one comes from another Greek story. Oh, I forgot to tell you the story about the original one. Get a Taste of Your Own Medicine comes from a Greek story, another Greek story about a doctor who sold fake medicine, right? So he was selling fake medicine to people, and then the people made him take his own medicine. Yeah. Okay. So leave no stone unturned. It means to search thoroughly. And this one, again, comes from the Greeks. Many of our words and idioms come from Greek history. From a Greek oracle's advice. The oracle was the Oracle of Delphi was the, let's just call them, they were the wise people that everyone asked, what should we do? If you don't know what to do, you ask the oracle, okay? And the oracle advised he advised a general to look under every stone for treasure. That was the oracle's advice to a general. Look under every stone for treasure. I think there was another. Let me find out. Hold on. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, right. That's right. I remember now. So the story was that there was a Greek general, right? In Greece, they had something called city-states. City-states, there was no country yet. Each city was like a country, okay? And they used to fight a lot. They fought often, okay? And one general, when he lost, he buried all of his treasure in the ground under rocks, okay? And so the Oracle of Delphi advised them to move every stone to look for the treasure, right? To look under every rock to find the treasure. Oracle doesn't really mean priest. It's not exactly like a priest, but it's in the same idea, right? The oracle was... How do I explain this? They were kind of considered like a priest and an advisor, right? Like the wise person in the village, kind of a thing, right? So anytime you needed advice or you wanted to know what you should do, then you would go to the oracle to ask, what should we do? Okay? They didn't preach to people, no. No, the oracle, as far as I know, no, they do not. No, it was just... it was like the wise person in the village that you go and say, hey, we have a problem. What should we do? And this person, it wasn't just wisdom. It was about the gods, and it was about understanding all the signs and symbols. So you were not smart enough or qualified to determine what all these symbols mean. But the oracle would know what these symbols mean, right? So if you went to the oracle and said, hey, our crops did not grow this year. What happened? And the oracle would say, well, it's because you didn't sacrifice enough to the gods, and it's because you displeased the gods about this thing, and that's why the gods made the, crops die. Okay? So the oracle was like a person who knew about what the symbols of all the gods meant, right? Like what the symbols of everything, how to interpret everything that happens, okay? Yeah, kind of like a fortune teller, kind of like a priest, kind of like a wise person, all put together. Soothsayer is an old word that's related, actually, if I remember right. Let me check. Let's see. Soothsayer from Kentish. Ooh, that's interesting. Soothsagere. Sooth. So yeah, the word soothsayer is actually from Old English. So this is a little earlier. Oracles predate soothsayers, but they're in the same idea. Okay, it's kind of like a wise person who knows things and can interpret everything that's happening and understands why the gods are angry or happy, and they give you advice about what you should do. Okay? All right, very good. All right, the writing on the wall is the next one. The writing on the wall. And what does the writing on the wall mean? I've seen the writing on the wall. I've seen the writing on the wall. It means I know what's going to happen. Okay, it's a warning of inevitable doom. Okay? You know things are going to be bad. It's kind of how a lot of Americans are feeling recently. It comes from the biblical book of Daniel, and the writing appeared on a wall predicting the fall of a kingdom. Okay, so in the Bible, there's a part of the Bible called the book of Daniel, and in that book, there's a story about people who saw this writing on this wall that predicted the fall of this kingdom. Okay? It's the name of a song. I'm not familiar with it, but I'm not surprised. Many, many, many songs use idiomatic language. Many of them. Okay? As a matter of fact, it's funny. The next one is called Off the Cuff. And when I was about 20, I think I was about 18, one of my first bands that I was in, who I still play with these guys now, we wrote a song called Off the Cuff. And off the cuff means spontaneous and unplanned. So to speak off the cuff means to speak spontaneously. And this is a very good one. This is very common, I think. In the 20th century, it's a 20th century American idiom from speakers. Like when a speaker who wrote notes on their shirt cuffs, right? So the cuff of a shirt is like this part on a nice shirt. The end part of the shirt is called the cuff. Let me see if I can show you. So I hope you guys can see me. Let me stop sharing here for a moment so you guys can see this. So this is a dress shirt. It's a black dress shirt, okay? And on the sleeves, there's the end of the sleeve here called the cuff, okay, with the buttons. The buttons are here, and this is called the cuff. And speakers would write notes here. They would cheat, right? They wanted people to think that I don't have any notes. I have no notes. Look how brilliant I am. I'm speaking beautifully with no notes. But they did have notes on their cuff. So they would look at their cuff every once in a while to remember the notes. Okay? Yeah, and when I was about 18 years old, my band, we wrote a song called Off the Cuff. And it was because my singer, when we first wrote that song, he sang all the lyrics with no notes. He didn't know what he was singing. He just improvised everything, as he does a lot. He's a very bright guy, and he's able to put words together. Many singers and rappers, they're very good at just putting words together very quickly in their mind, which is great for songs, right? So that's off the cuff. Okay, that's right, handcuffs. Handcuffs. Why do we call them handcuffs? Because they go around your wrist where the cuff is. Okay? Sometimes to be more sociable with people, you need to learn to be off the cuff. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Can we say out of control? Out of control for what? For off the cuff? No. No, out of control would be different. Off the cuff just means you're improvising. It could be brilliant. Maybe it's amazing. So off the cuff just means unplanned, unprepared, spontaneous. Okay? Some of my teaching is off the cuff, right? Most of my teaching is off the cuff. Okay, I use some notes, right? But right now, I'm not looking at my notes. As I explained to you, I'm speaking off the cuff. Okay? All right, let's go back to sharing and do a few more. All right. Break a leg. Break a leg. It's a very common way to say good luck. Good luck. Now, there are many stories about where break a leg comes from, and nobody is exactly certain about what the meaning truly is. The only thing that we are sure about is that we know that in the theater, if you were an actor in the theater, it was considered bad luck if you say, hey, good luck on your performance. So people didn't say good luck to you because that was like bad luck. To say good luck was bad luck. So they wanted to find another way to say good luck. So they would say break a leg. Now, what does break a leg mean? That sounds like a very bad thing, right? Break your leg. But that's actually not the meaning, okay? Let me show you what the meaning is. So, a long time ago, when you were on stage to perform, right? Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Right? Friends, countrymen, Romans, lend me your ears, right? When you would walk to the front of the stage to speak, you put one leg forward and one leg this way, so that you were standing with your legs broken. That's what that meant, to have it an angle, so that you're not like this. This looks weird. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. If you're standing like this, it's awkward. It looks funny. But when you walk and you stand with one leg forward and one leg sideways, now it looks more natural and it looks more presentable. And this, the way of putting your feet at an angle, was called breaking your legs. Understand? Yeah, so when you put those two together, it was bad luck to say good luck, so they tried to find another way to say good luck, and breaking a leg was what you did when you walked out on stage, right? You walk down on stage, you stand in your place, and you put your feet in that position, and now you speak. So that was just a way to say good luck. Okay? All right, let me share again. And again, I do apologize, everybody. I'm quite tired. So I'm doing the best I can, but my mind is a little foggy today. All right, shoot the breeze. That's a good one. Shoot the breeze. What does shoot the breeze mean? It means to chat casually. Okay? Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're just shooting the breeze. We're just shooting the breeze. Okay? And what does that mean? What is a breeze? Breeze means wind. Okay? And a long time ago, sometimes when they would practice shooting, they would just shoot at nothing. They would just shoot at the air, right? So they just liked shooting. It's a weird American thing. I don't like guns myself, but it's a big part of our history. And so they would just shoot at nothing. And so it means to chat casually about nothing important. You're just chatting. Okay? So if you're just chatting and someone says, hey, what are you guys doing? You can say, oh, we're just shooting the breeze. We're just shooting the breeze. Yeah, we're just chit-chatting. Chit-chat, shoot the breeze, they're about the same. Okay? All right. I hope I'm not going too fast. The next one is hold your horses. Yeah, that's good. Let's shoot the breeze a little bit. That just means let's talk. Let's chat. Okay? It's like a very casual way to just say, hey, do you want to talk about nothing? You know? What's up? You want to shoot the breeze for a minute? Okay? Hold your horses means wait. Be patient. I say this often. Hold your horses. Or I should say this often. I often tell people, be patient. Wait. Be patient. Wait. Hold your horses means to wait or be patient. Yeah, it doesn't really mean keep your temper. It just means wait. Okay? And where does it come from? Well, how do you stop a horse? If you have a cart, you're on the cart or you're on the carriage and you have horses, how do you stop them? You hold them. You pull the reins that hold them. Okay? You pull the reins that hold them. And that's holding the horses. Holding your horses. Okay? Yeah, hold your horses. Just means wait. Wait. Okay? Be patient. Wait. Yes, I do need to say that here, Elena, often. Talk to me. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Can I come on stage? Can I have the microphone? Can I have the microphone? Can I have the microphone? Hold your horses. Yeah. But again, c'est la vie. Such is life. To kick the can down the road. To kick the can down the road. I became more handsome today. Well, I took my handsome pills. Sometimes I forget to take my handsome pills, but I took my handsome pills today. Kick the can down the road means to delay dealing with a problem. You should deal with the problem now, but you decide to wait to deal with it later, right? Or sometimes It means you say, we're not going to do it now, and I'll let someone else do it later. Yeah, it means to postpone, but it usually means that you're trying to avoid responsibility, right? So this one is often used in American politics. In American politics, maybe there's a politician who he has to vote about something important, like maybe school funding, money for schools, right? And everybody wants him to vote about it, but he doesn't want to make a choice because he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. If he agrees to the funding, these people will be happy, but these people will be mad. If he denies the funding, these people will be mad, but these people will be happy. So he decides, oh, well, we're going to delay this decision until next year. And next year, there will be another politician there, so it's not his problem anymore. That's called kicking the can down the road. Kicking the can down the road. Why did they choose the can here? That's a good question. Let me find out. I think I know why, but let me double check before I speak without thinking. There is a good reason. So there used to be a game. There was a game called Kick the Can. There was a game called Kick the Can. And it was a children's game, right? Where one player would try to kick a can before being tagged, right? And if you could kick the can, that would delay the game and free other players, right? So if you get tagged, you're frozen. You can't move, right? So one person is it, and they run around trying to tag everyone. But if one person can run into the middle and kick the can, now everybody that was frozen is free to move again, which delays the game, right? The end of the game, right? So let me try to explain that one more time. Okay? So kicking the can down the road, it was a game. There was a game called Kick the Can. Okay? And it's one person is it, and they have to try to tag people. And when you tag them, they are frozen. They can't move. Okay? But if you can get to the middle and kick the can, everybody can move again, which means the game is not over. The game is over when someone tags everyone and they're frozen. Okay? Oh, you have the same game. Well, that's cool. Well, there you go. Okay, so kicking the can down the road means to delay dealing with a problem, usually because you don't want to get anyone upset. You don't want to upset anyone. So there's another idiom, passing the buck. Passing the buck, or to pass the buck. This comes from, who was that? Was that Wilson or Roosevelt? Let me see. Truman. Sorry, Truman. Harry Truman. Oh, this is a little hard to explain. So Harry Truman was a famous American president, and he said, the buck stops here. The buck stops here. And that means the opposite of kick the can down the road. So kicking the can down the road means I don't want to make this decision because everyone will be mad. So I'm going to just let somebody else decide later. I'm going to say, we're going to wait. We're going to delay it till next year. And next year, it's somebody else's problem, right? But to pass the buck meant to do the same thing. To pass the buck meant to kick the can down the road. Passing the buck and kick the can are all the same. But Truman said, the buck stops here, and that means I'm going to deal with the problems. I'm not going to pass them to someone else. Okay? And you're right, a buck does mean $1, but a buck has another meaning. A buck is a male deer. Okay, a male deer that has horns, that's called a buck. And a long time ago, we used to hunt the bucks, and their skin was worth money. So we used to trade them. We would trade the deer skins. So the word buck, like dollar, is because we used to trade buck skin like money. Okay? Yeah, it's also a male rabbit, Carlos. However, most Americans don't know that, one. And two, because of the history of the country and how we've always talked about buck meaning deer, we usually associate it with deers only. Okay? With deer only, I should say. Okay? So, the buck stops here means I'm not going to pass this problem to someone else. I'm going to deal with it now. Okay? There is another story about why that's true, but it's a little complicated. But kick the can down the road or pass the buck. Those both mean I don't want this problem, so I'm going to delay it and give it to someone else. Okay? I don't want this problem, but I'm going to delay it and give it to someone else. Okay? You've heard it once in the context meaning a man. Oh, sure. He's a strong buck. That means a deer is a very strong animal. It's a big, strong animal. So sometimes when you call a guy, oh, yeah, he's a strong buck, that just means he's strong like a big deer. Okay? Wow, you guys are pretty good today. Pretty good. Yes, passing the buck means dealing with the issue later, giving the issue to someone else. Okay, just like kick the can down the road. It's the same thing. Just chabadori. Okay? All right. Out of the blue. Out of the blue, we've talked about before. Out of the blue means unexpectedly. Now, this, I don't totally agree with their etymological explanation. They said it comes from the image of a lightning bolt striking out of a clear blue sky. That is not what I have researched. So I will tell you what I know the background to be. Okay? Out of the blue is talking about, usually it was talking about boats or planes. Okay? And when a plane comes from far away, it's like it comes from out of the blue, because when it's very, 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 very far, you can't see it. It's too far away for you to see. But then suddenly it's there. It came from out of the blue sky. Or a boat, same thing. A boat is very, very far, far away. You can't see it. But then suddenly, there it is. It came from out of the blue. Okay? So it means all of a sudden and unexpectedly. Okay? All of a sudden and unexpectedly. So, out of the blue, she started crying for no reason. Okay? Or, out of the blue, the teacher got very upset. Means unexpectedly. Okay? Out of the blue. There you go, Simone. That's good. Yeah. This next one is kind of funny. Skeletons in the closet. Do you guys know what that means? Have you ever heard that one before? So skeletons in the closet, it's often a political term. It means when you become a politician, if you want to become a politician, then you better not have any skeletons in your closet. Skeletons in your closet means hidden, embarrassing secrets from your past. If you did anything embarrassing in your past, that's a skeleton in your closet. Now, why do we say skeleton in the closet? This one comes from England. Okay, a long time ago in England, before the year 1832. In 1832, they passed a law that changed things. But before 1832, it was very difficult for doctors or scientists to find bodies to study. They couldn't find any bodies to study. It was hard to get bodies to study. They needed bodies to study, but they couldn't find them. So sometimes they went and they would dig up a body or steal a body and keep it in their closet for study. Yeah, sick, right? So, yeah, this one is scary, and it's based on real truth. Yeah. So, let's see. In England, in 1832, they passed a law called the Anatomy Act. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So before the Anatomy Act of 1832, doctors in Britain had limited access to bodies for dissection for study. And they often used criminals that they executed, right? So maybe you're a murderer and they execute you. Well, they would take the body and study it. They would dissect the body of the criminal. Okay? And doctors would steal these skeletons for research, and they had to hide them because nobody likes this idea. This is a sick thing. You can't tell everybody that you're stealing bodies to study them, especially back then. Especially back then, people would be really upset that you do something like that. But they needed bodies to study for medicine. So they were between a rock and a hard place. And yeah, so sometimes they got caught with these bodies and people would be upset. So the meaning, skeleton in the closet, it means something bad in your past that you want to hide from people because it will embarrass you. Okay? Yeah. In Spanish, we say to have a straw tail. Oh, that's interesting. It must be a shameful secret or any secret. Yeah, it's usually a shameful secret, Crystal. It's a shameful secret. Yeah. It's not just a secret, it's a shameful secret. Yeah. Or it's a secret that you think will bring you shame. It's a secret that you think will bring you shame. Maybe it's not really a shameful thing, but there are some things that are not really shameful, but people judge you. Right? The public sometimes judges things unfairly, right? So, skeletons in the closet, and again, it's almost always used in politics now, because when you become a politician, they look into your past. They find out, were you ever arrested for anything? Did you ever do anything bad with any women or anything bad with crime? Those are skeletons in your closet. Did you say anything that was really terrible? That's a skeleton in your closet. Okay? Politicians have to deal with that often, as they should. To rock the boat. To rock the boat is the next one. Rocking the boat means causing trouble. Don't rock the boat. Means don't make people upset. Don't change the status quo. Status quo means everything is fine right here. It's normal. It's right in the middle. Everybody's doing what we normally do. That's the status quo. And if you bother that, you change that, you do something to make that different, it makes some people upset, and they'll say, hey, why are you rocking the boat? Right? If you're in a boat, everybody's in the boat, and you start going like this. Hey, hey, right? You're rocking the boat, and everybody's like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Don't rock the boat. Don't cause trouble. Don't upset normalcy. We were having a nice boat ride, and now you started rocking the boat. Okay? Oh, by the way, Crystal, there is a TV show that I thought was quite interesting about skeletons in the closet. Let me see if I can find that. One moment. What was that called? No. Yeah, I think it was this one. Was that right? Yeah, the Frankenstein Chronicles. The Frankenstein Chronicles. If you're interested in knowing a little bit more about that whole period of time in England, the Frankenstein Chronicles was a pretty interesting show. It's a little scary, but you know, we don't recognize how scary the past really was sometimes. So I think it's good sometimes to watch some of these shows, even if they exaggerate. The truth is, this show is pretty scary and it does exaggerate. But to be honest, I think it doesn't exaggerate enough, because the truth is, if you go back and look at the past, it's often much worse than you think. It's often much, much worse than you think. And yeah, it is kind of a gothic vibe. Yeah, it's a gothic kind of a vibe. It's all about, it's a reimagining of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein set in 19th century London. And it's about a police officer who's investigating a series of crimes potentially linked to scientists reanimating the dead. It was a similar, or along the same lines. Oh, then you'll love it. If that's your favorite, then you'll love that show, I think. Yeah. The Frankenstein Chronicles. All right. So I think we understand rock the boat, right? Rock the boat. Let's see. One moment. Yeah. Next one. Head over heels. Head over heels. What does head over heels mean? It means that you're deeply in love. To be head over heels means to be deeply in love. Yeah, madly in love. Right. And originally it just meant like you're so happy that you do like a flip. Right? I'm so happy I can do flips. I'm in love. I'm going to flip around because I'm in love. And when you flip your head and your heels, right? Head over heels, right? And it just means that you're really happy because you're in love. I'm head over heels in love with her. Okay? Madly in love. Okay. This next one is a good one, but it also is one that we are not entirely certain about the etymology. There are many theories about where it comes from. One moment. Yeah, so this phrase is a very common phrase that we do use often. The whole 9 yards. But we don't really know where it comes from. There are many, many, many stories about where it could come from. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what some of the stories are. We think it came from the 1960s. We think it came from the 1960s. One moment. So in Great Britain, they didn't know this phrase. It was really more of an American phrase when it came out. So one theory about where this one comes from. Nick, hi. I'm teaching a class now, Nick. Do you want to learn? If you do, don't ask questions like that. Yeah, Nick, I think you have the wrong attitude for this room. So I'm sorry, but bye. All right, sorry about that. So there are three theories about where this comes from, okay? One theory is about Scottish kilts. A kilt is a traditional Scottish, well, it's like a skirt. It's like a skirt, but for men, right? Have you ever seen a Scottish man wearing a kilt? It's very, very ornate and beautiful, right? Yeah, that's called a kilt, right? It's a traditional dress for Scottish men. And one theory is that it required 9 yards of fabric. You had to have 9 yards of fabric. Yard is a measurement, right? It's about 3 feet. So 9 yards, it's like 12 feet of fabric or something like that, right? Or no, more than that. 18, sorry. So that's one theory. To make a kilt required that much material. But many people think that's not exactly correct, okay? Then there's another one that's about cement mixers, to mix cement, to make maybe a street or a road or something like that. You mix cement, right? And usually when you buy cement, you buy it by the yard, by the cubic yard, okay? And so 1 cubic yard is 27 cubic feet. So anyway, it's hard to explain, but it just was a phrase that was talked about how much cement you needed, right? But I don't think that one's right either. And then the third theory is the one that a lot of people like, but there is not a lot of evidence for it, okay? Yes, I'll put it into a sentence in just a minute, Crystal. The whole 9 yards, sometimes people think it comes from World War II. In World War II, there was one kind of machine gun, right? The machine gun. And the bullets, they were in like a belt, like a linked belt, right? And they fed it into there, right? That was the machine gun. And how long was the belt? The belt was 9 yards of bullets. So when you said, give them the whole 9 yards, it meant give them all of the bullets. Shoot it all. The whole 9 yards. So how do we use the whole 9 yards? We use it when we're talking about wanting to give everything you have, right? So, for example, one moment. You could say, when I was planning a party, I was planning the party for my dad's birthday, and I went the whole 9 yards. I hired a magician, a caterer, and even a band to come play, right? A musician, a magician, a caterer, and a band, right? That's the whole 9 yards. You did everything you could. Right? So he wanted the whole 9 yards when he renovated his house. So he bought the best appliances and the most luxurious furniture. So if you go much farther than you need to when you do something, that's called going the whole 9 yards. I went the whole 9 yards. He went the whole 9 yards. Okay? She went the whole 9 yards and got us reservations at the most expensive restaurant in the city. Right? So we're gonna go out to dinner, but tonight we're gonna go the whole 9 yards. So first we're gonna go dancing, So first we're gonna go to dinner at the expensive restaurant. Then we're gonna have drinks at the expensive bar. Then we're gonna go dancing at the expensive club. That's the whole 9 yards. There's another theory that it's related with football, but I don't think that one has any validity. I don't think that one's true. Yeah. Simone, you can say he devoted the whole 9 yards, but then you should explain about what. About what did he do the whole 9 yards for? So, for example, I want to have a garden this year, so I'm going to buy new soil, and I'm going to buy fertilizer, and I'm going to get shovels and tools, and I'm going to buy the seeds and the plants. I'm going to get everything I need. I have the whole 9 yards. I went the whole 9 yards. I have the whole 9 yards. It means I went and did everything that you could do, right? So you did things extravagantly or in an exaggerated way or as much as you could possibly do. Okay? The whole 9 yards, okay? Everything, all the way. All right? Everything or all the way. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one's good also, and this one's common also. In hot water. I'm in hot water. I'm in hot water with your mother. I'm in hot water with my girlfriend. I'm in hot water with my boss. It means I'm in trouble. Okay? Yeah. Money? I think you mean finally we have someone, not eventually. But yes, I appreciate that. I am a real teacher. I am trying to teach you. Yes. She is a homemaker. She had the whole 9 yards. If you say that, Li Bing, then that means that as a homemaker, she has every nice thing in your home, right? She has a nice kitchen with all the nicest things in the kitchen. And she has a nice TV and a nice family room with nice furniture. Everything is nice, 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 nice. Then yes, she had the whole 9 yards. Okay? I did the whole 9 yards to keep this relationship, but it's finished. Yes, Carolina, I think the only thing I would change is I would say I went the whole 9 yards. I went the whole 9 yards to try to keep this relationship, but it's finished. Okay? He gave the money, the house, and everything he owned. He devoted the whole 9 yards. That's a great way to use it, Simone. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. To be in hot water, again, that's a good common one that we often use. I'm in hot water about this. I'm in hot water about that. Don't get in hot water. So this one comes from cooking. When you cook, you boil water. And sometimes the water spills and it burns you. Okay? So it just means that it's like getting in trouble. Because, again, when you cook, sometimes things spill and now you're in trouble because of the hot water. Okay? Brian says, or I had. If you're referring to Carolina's sentence, I don't think I would use had. Let me think about that. Yeah, I wouldn't use had in this case. Had implies something that you have, right? So in this case, went would be more correct because we're talking about the effort that you went to. You went to great effort. So had or have is what you use when you talk about getting a lot of things. Went would be what you use when you're talking about doing a lot of things. Okay, Brian? Had or have is for when you get a lot of things in some way. Went is for when you do a lot of things in some way. Okay? All right, so I'm in hot water. I'm in hot water. Why don't you guys practice using I'm in hot water? Money, I'm glad that you want to learn from me. But if you don't follow my class, then you might be in hot water with me. Okay? I can't answer everyone's random questions and teach a class. Okay? So I will answer your question, but write those questions down and come to the right live stream where about half of my live streams are open question where you can ask me anything. But half of my live streams are classes like today where I have a topic. I am teaching that topic. You must do my topic. Okay? But money, I am here about 5 to 10 times a week. I'm here 5 to 10 times a week. So about 5 times a week, you can come and ask me anything. Okay? But just not now. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. Under someone's thumb. Oh, this one is another good one. So, under my thumb or under someone's thumb, it means that you're being controlled or dominated by someone. Okay? Yes, that's good, Crystal. I got caught skipping class and now I'm in hot water. I got caught skipping class and now I'm in hot water. Good. Currently I'm in hot water. Right. That just means I'm in trouble. Right. That's good. Right. Okay. Under someone's thumb, it means that you're being controlled by someone or you're being dominated by someone. Okay. Now this one comes from falconry. Do you guys know what falconry is? Falconry. Have you ever heard of falconry? What is a falcon? Anybody know what a falcon is? A falcon is a kind of bird. It's like a hawk. Do you guys know what a hawk is? A falcon is kind of like a hawk. And they are hunting birds. They're hunting birds. I'll show you a falcon. Wait a minute. Let's see. So, Let me show you. Yeah. Hawks and falcons, they have very sharp eyes. That's right. And they're hunting birds, right? So this is like a falcon. Okay, falcon, hawk, eagle. Eagles are bigger, hawks are a little bit less big, and falcons are the smallest, if I remember correctly. And they used to use falcons, they still do. They use falcons for hunting, and you can train them. You can teach the birds to hunt for you. Yeah, they're famous in Arab countries, that's right. Yeah, I'm not certain, but I think that may have come from the influence from Europe. I think. Okay, and look how he's holding it. What is he holding? Do you guys know what is he holding? What is he holding? Let me see if I can show a picture. Where is that picture? There it is. Let's see. Zoom in. Look at the feet of the bird. You see this? Wait, sorry. This. Look at the feet. There are leather straps. The leather straps are on the feet of the bird. And when you hold the bird, those straps are under your thumb. They're under your thumb. So you are controlling the bird because of the leather straps on its feet, which are now held down by your thumb. Okay, that's why we say under your thumb. It means you're being controlled like the bird. Okay? Do you understand? Okay, under your thumb. If you are PUA, what is that? PUA'd. I don't know what PUAED means, Simone. Is that a slang term I'm not familiar with? Ah, pickup artist. Ooh, I've never seen that before. No. No, I would not say that's under your thumb. What I would say is maybe you work for a boss and how about this? You work for your boss. Your boss finds out you're cheating on your girlfriend, and now he tells you, you're going to work on Saturday or I'm going to tell your girlfriend. You're going to work anytime I want, or I'm going to tell your girlfriend. Now you are under his thumb. You're being dominated. You're being controlled like a bird. Okay? Yeah. It usually means someone is controlling or dominating you in some way that takes advantage of you. Okay? And if you guys know, have you guys ever heard of the Rolling Stones? The band, there's a famous band called the Rolling Stones. Very, very famous band with Mick Jagger. Yeah, they have a song called Under My Thumb. And that's what it's about. Under my thumb. Yeah, British band. That's right. Okay? If you are following the rules, you are under your master's thumb. Maybe. But under someone's thumb, it implies something bad. Following the rules is not always bad. Right? You should follow the rules. But if someone is somehow controlling you in some way, they're dominating you in some way, then now you are under their thumb. You're under their thumb. Okay? And someone asked, what is a pickup artist? Billy, a pickup artist means a guy who tries to get girls at the bar, right? Hey, baby, you look great tonight, you know? Are you an angel? Because you look like you fell from heaven. You know, stupid stuff like that, right? That's a pickup artist. somebody who's trying to get girls to come with them. That's a pickup artist. Okay? Do we call the thing that allows the falcon to rest? It's perched. That's correct. Yeah. To perch can be a verb or a noun. It can mean the thing that a bird sits on is a perch, or it is perched on a branch. It means it is sitting on a branch. Okay? It is perched on the branch. It's on its perch. Okay? Both of them are fine. All right? Everyone understand? Okay, good. All right, and now you can check out that song from the Rolling Stones. Under My Thumb. Great song. The next one is called Burning Your Bridges. Burning your bridges. To burn your bridges. It means that you did something bad and now you can't go back. You did something bad and now you can't go back. For example, you have a job and you've been at that job for many years, but you always hated your boss. You hated your boss, but you never said anything before. Okay? But then the boss says, I'm sorry, we have to let you go. That means you're fired, right? And now you're angry. So you yell at the boss and you say, I never liked you. You are stupid. You're the worst boss I've ever had. You're fat. You're ugly. You stink. You smell. No one likes you. And then you walk out. You just burned your bridge. You're not going to be able to come back to that job, right? If you say something like that to your boss, you are not going to be able to come back. So you walked over the bridge and then you burned it. You cannot cross back again. Okay? Yeah, right. Yeah, burning bridges. You know, burning bridges occasionally is not a bad thing. Sometimes you should. There are some bridges that are best burned. If you're in a bad job, somebody who really treated you poorly your whole, the whole time you were there, then maybe it's not a bad thing to burn that bridge. Okay? Why is it a bridge? Let me see if there's a reason for that. I don't think there really was. I think it's just the metaphor, right? If you cross a bridge and then burn it, you can't go back. It came from the 1800s. Oh, well, right. It was a military tactic. It was a military practice. If you burned the bridges over the river, then the enemy couldn't come closer or couldn't retreat. So, if your enemy comes over the bridge, and then you go burn that bridge, now they can't go back. Now they must fight. Okay? Or, if you burn the bridge, now they can't cross over to fight you. Right? So, it's the original idea is just that when you burn a bridge, now there's no way to go forward or back. Okay? Right, military strategy. There it is, right in front of my face. I'm so tired. That was right there. Troops would burn the bridges after crossing to prevent retreat. Right there, in front of my face. Okay? Let me think. How do I say that again? Oh, I'm so tired. Parlez-vous en anglais? Parlez-vous anglais, Aya? Oh, you do. Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, guys. So that's going to be it for today. Let me review. Let's review again very quickly. Okay, we're going to review these idioms. The first one was rain on someone's parade. To rain on someone's parade means they're in a good mood and you have a bad mood and you're making their good mood terrible now, right? Something good is happening and you're ruining it. That's raining on someone's parade. Okay? I got 100 on my test. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And then someone says, but you still didn't do this, and you still didn't do this, and you still didn't do that. They're raining on your parade. Okay? Next is add insult to injury. To add insult to injury means make a bad situation worse. Make a bad situation worse. Caught between a rock and a hard place. It means you have two choices. Both are bad. Both choices are bad. If you choose this, it's bad. If you choose this, it's bad. That's between a rock and a hard place. Okay? Every cloud has a silver lining means even bad things, maybe there's something good that comes from it. Even bad things, sometimes there's something good that comes from it. Okay? Getting a taste of your own medicine means you were very rude to people. You were very mean to people. You did not treat people well. And then now they're treating you poorly, right? You treated them badly, now they're treating you badly. That's getting a taste of your own medicine. Like karma. Okay? To get a taste of your own medicine is like karma. Leave no stone unturned means search everywhere. Search everywhere. Okay? The writing on the wall. I've seen the writing on the wall. I've seen the writing on the wall means I know bad things are coming. I know bad things are coming. Off the cuff. Off the cuff means spontaneous or unplanned. Off the cuff means spontaneous or unplanned. No, DJ, it's not a recording. Why? Nobody plays recordings on Hello Talk. There are no recordings on Hello Talk. Everything on Hello Talk is live. Everything is live, okay? I'm a real live person. So... off the cuff means spontaneous. I spoke off the cuff. He performed off the cuff. Okay, it's okay, DJ. So, wait a minute, guys. If you are just joining me and you are late to my class, then here's what you must do. Go watch my YouTube after this. Okay? This is now on YouTube, and when I'm finished, it will be uploaded to YouTube, and you can watch it there. Okay? So you have two choices. Show up on time to my classes, or watch it later. Okay? But I cannot repeat everything. I cannot. Okay? Sorry. But I cannot. All right? Next, break a leg. Break a leg means good luck. Break a leg means good luck. Shoot the breeze means to chat casually. We're just shooting the breeze. We're just chatting casually. Okay? Hold your horses means wait, wait, wait. Be patient. Hold your horses. I'm teaching my class. Hold your horses. Kick the can down the road means to delay dealing with the problem till later. I don't want to deal with this now. I'm going to kick the can down the road. Out of the blue. Out of the blue means unexpectedly. Out of the blue, she started crying. Out of the blue, out of the blue, I saw my friend in the crowd. Okay? Skeletons in the closet means you have bad things in your past, something embarrassing in your past that you don't want anyone to know about. That is a skeleton in your closet. Rock the boat. Rock the boat means to cause trouble or upset the status quo. Rock the boat means that everybody's happy and you come along and change something or do something that upsets everyone. That is rocking the boat. Head over heels. Head over heels means deeply in love. Head over heels means deeply in love. I'm head over heels in love with this girl. Okay? The whole 9 yards means everything, all the way. If you want to pass the IELTS test, you must study the whole 9 yards. Okay? In that case, you could use the verb study. Okay? You must go the whole 9 yards. If you want to pass the IELTS test, you must go or you must study. Okay? In hot water means I'm in trouble. In hot water means I'm in trouble. Okay? If you come to my class late and you ask me to repeat everything for you, you might be in hot water with me. Okay? Under someone's thumb means you're being controlled by them. Okay? Let me think of another example. Hold on. Let's see. She was always under her boss's thumb for constantly seeking his approval for even minor decisions. So maybe you have a boss, but he doesn't let you decide anything. Then you are under his thumb. You are under his thumb, okay? Let's see. Ever since they were married, it's clear that he is under his wife's thumb. So that means that he got married and now his wife is running the show, right? He can't make any decisions without asking her. She's running the show. She's the boss. He's under her thumb. Not a great example, but yeah, anyway. And then finally, burning your bridges. It means that you did something terrible that you cannot go back. You cannot go back. So you broke up with your boyfriend and you told him, I never liked you anyway, and I like your best friend better. You can't go back to that guy. If you say, oh yeah, I think your best friend is really much more attractive than you, you cannot go back to that guy after you say something like that. Okay, that's called burning your bridges. Okay. Simone says, I'm in hot water when I pronounce the sounds of TH or CH. Maybe, Simone, but in hot water, it means trouble like not difficulty. You're using it like difficulty, but in this case, it really means more like I'm in trouble with someone, right? I'm in hot water with my parents. I'm in hot water with my boss. I'm in hot water with my boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm in hot water with the government. It means that they're mad. They're upset with me. Okay? All right. So if you are new, I know sometimes you might think I'm rude. I'm not rude. I'm a teacher. I spend a lot of time here teaching you for free. I spend a lot of time here teaching you for free. Okay? I am a real teacher. All right? I don't expect much. I expect you to treat my rooms like a classroom. If you come late to class, you don't get to ask the teacher, hey, can you repeat everything I was late? Nope. Sorry. Can't do that. Okay? If you come to my classroom and I'm teaching about idioms and you say, what's the difference between up and down? No, I'm not teaching that right now. You must do what I'm doing. Okay? I'm here to help you, so you have to follow me. Understand? Okay? It's not rude. I'm not being rude. I'm expecting you to treat this like a classroom. Because it is. Okay? If you are new, then you are in the right place. I agree, Armand. Yeah. I have about 82,000 followers here. 82,000 people around the world learn English from me here. Okay? I have been on Hello Talk for 11 and a half years. Okay? And I teach about reading, writing, listening, speaking, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, accent, confidence, idioms, phrasal verbs. I teach about everything. Okay? So, I hope you don't misunderstand my attitude when I tell you that you must follow me. It's not easy to teach 82,000 people when 82,000 people are asking you different questions. Do you understand? Okay? All right. Okay, well, Rohan, then Christ the Savior can help you with your English. What was that? What was that? That was weird. Okay. How can you find my schedule? My schedule is on my website, but my schedule has some problems right now. I need to fix it. There's something wrong with my schedule right now. But if you go to my website and follow, then you next week my website will be fixed, and hopefully my schedule will be fixed. So if you go to my website and subscribe, on my website you can find my schedule. On my website you can study English. Everything you need to study English is on my website. Okay? Everything you need to study English is on my website. If you want to practice reading, go to my website. If you want to practice writing, go to my website. If you want to learn about grammar or vocabulary, go to my website. If you need to study for the IELTS test or the TOEFL test, go to my website. Yes, really. And it's free. It's free. Okay? And if you want to follow me on YouTube, I have hundreds of videos on YouTube that teach English. Every live stream I do on Hello Talk is on YouTube. Okay? Brian says, did the tornadoes hit here yesterday? They did. Yeah. The tornadoes did come through my city last night. There were 3 tornadoes in my city. That's why I'm tired. I'm tired because I was up most of the night. Okay? Bad storms. So I apologize if I'm a little bit gruff. Gruff, G-R-U-F-F. It means a little bit cranky, gruff, cranky, not in a good mood because I'm tired. Okay? It's raining in Madrid. Yeah, it rained last night. Yeah, it rained here last night a lot. We had 3 tornadoes here, Belen. So, anyway, I have been here for 1 hour and 42 minutes. I have been here for 1 hour and 42 minutes, but it is now time for me to go and take a break. Okay? Yeah, I'm fine here, but the dog, our new dog, was very scared, and she was up all night, so I was trying to keep her calm all night, and so now I'm exhausted, and I need a nap very, very much. Okay? What do I know about Uzbekistan? I have many followers in Uzbekistan. I have talked to people in every single country in the world. Okay? I know about every country. I don't say that arrogantly. I've been here for 11 and a half years. I've talked to people all around the world. If you worked at the UN, you would not have as much experience talking with people around the world as I have. That's what I think. All right. Thank you, Appy. I need to go. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I'll be on tonight, but I'm not sure because we will have more storms, I think, coming through tonight. So I might be here tonight. If the storms are not too bad, then I should be here tonight. But maybe not. It depends. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you for bearing with my tiredness and my poor mood. Thank you for putting up with that. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Bye.